In the previous lesson, we created a slideshow and now we're about to add a slide to it. We do it by clicking the Add a Slide button on the slideshow page. The title is a name of your choice. Slug is a name in lowercase without spaces. The container BG sets the background color of the slide. Transfer duration to control the speed of transformation. Also, we can set the field of view for the camera here. Camera width and camera height affect the width and height of the slideshow on the output. If you want the slideshow full page, type window.innerWidth for camera width and window.innerHeight for camera height field. For now, I give it 1000 pixels for width and 500 for height. Camera minimum and maximum distances are for setting how much the camera can get close or far from the center. The camera position field holds the keyframes that the camera uses as a map to make its movements. The first row takes the value for the initial positions, and each new row creates a keyframe for a new movement of the camera. The first three fields are for position X, Y, and Z. The next field takes the duration of the transition in milliseconds. The easing field takes the code of an easing that we want to use, delay in milliseconds. And the last field takes 1 or 0 for whether or not the camera needs to auto-rotate after the transition. Fade-in duration in milliseconds for the duration that the slide fades in at the beginning. Slide duration is the time taken by the slide to show up. Fade-out duration assigns the duration that the slide takes to fade out at the end. And fade-out delay takes milliseconds for the duration that the fade-out effect takes to get triggered. This arrangement provides more flexibility in timing a slide. Control has a camera attached to it, so its rotate and auto-rotate speed fields affect the camera speed directly. Also, the minimum and maximum distance of the control have an effect on the camera. In the next section, you can create a floor for the slide. To do this, give it an ID and one or more class names if needed. In the second row, set the position, and in the third row, the rotation. The amount you give here will be divided by the py value to calculate the radius. The floor style fields takes CSS and applies it to the floor, so you can customize its appearance with some CSS as needed. If you want to add a background sound to the slide, turn this field on. Then enter the number of times that you want it to loop, blank or 0 for ongoing. The 2D content takes text or HTML codes and displays them at the top of the 3D scene. Let's try it. The lookat point is the name of an object that the camera looks at during the slide. These keyframes here schedule the movements that this point has during the slide. If you're in the development process, you may need to make this point visible by activating this option. And of course, status tells if the slide is active or not. After saving the slide, it will appear on the slideshow page. And also a preview button shows up at the top right corner of the slides list. By clicking this button, a new window will display a preview for the slideshow, slide by slide. The slide we created is in play now, but the 2D content we added is not visible anywhere. And it's because the text color is the same as the container background color, so it can't be seen clearly. Well, let's edit the slide and change the text color for a better result. Clicking Save will update the slide with new settings. Now by clicking the preview, we can see the issue solved by editing the slide.